Hey folks, in this lesson I want to talk about something I see a lot in kind of my students, people ask me for lessons, and this is this idea of getting away from playing kind of box shapes on the neck and having a lot more kind of fingerboard coverage. So I'm going to talk about something that you can do to kind of break out of your standard little pentatonic box shapes, and at the end of the lesson I've got some exercises that you can play along with as well. So let's get stuck in. Basically, once you've been playing for a while, most people learn how to play like a pentatonic minor box shape like this. Yeah, so that's A pentatonic minor there. People find the A here and then follow this kind of pattern. Now that is going across all 6 strings. It's like a 2-octave kind of shape. So one of the ways you can start thinking about this is to break it down into smaller chunks. So if I think of playing 1 octave of A pentatonic minor, I'd be playing this. Yeah. So I've got my first finger in the root note there, then I'm going up to this minor third at the 8th fret. So I'm going up 3 frets, then I go up a string, go up a tone to do the 4th and the 5th, then I jump up another string, so my first finger's all in the same fret here, and I play that tone again, so I've got a minor 7th interval and then a root note or the octave there. So that's like a little shape, but notice I mentioned interval names here. So this is one of the things you really should start thinking about, and is these distances that you're playing on the fingerboard, labeling them with your intervals. The other thing that we need to know here is our notes in the fingerboard, because I now need to know where else I can put my first finger down on an A root note. So I started here to get orientated, and then I got up to here. But this is an A root note here, so if I go and put my first finger here and do the same pattern, so go up 3 frets, up a string, up 2 frets, then I go up a string. Now this is where you get the little kind of trick. Instead of going up to the 7th fret, because the B strings are fret out, you have to go up a fret, and you're at the 8th fret here, and you do 8th and 10th fret to the minor 7 root note. Yeah, so you've got A pentatonic minor here in 1 octave. If you can combine it with what we did, you've got 2 octaves of A pentatonic minor there, and it's a little bit easier to think of those as 2 little 1 octave kind of shapes. Now where else can I put my first finger on an A? Well, I can put it here, 12th fret, the A string here, again, up 3 frets, up a string, up 2 frets, up a string, up 2 frets. You know, and a lot of people might know how to play an A pentatonic minor from the 12th fret, but again, that's you got 1 octave. Yeah. Now I've got an A here, the 14th fret of that G string there. Again, first finger on a root note, go up 3 frets, go up a string, but because the B string's out, I have to go up a fret as well. So I'm on the 15th fret, to play the 4th and the 5th, and then I go up a string again. So I'm at the 15th, 17th fret on the high E string, minor 7, root note again. And again, that's an A pentatonic minor there. So you've got this smaller kind of unit of information to think about, 1 octave shape. And if you can find a root note with your first finger, you basically play that A, so say, you know, there, okay? When you start getting to these strings here, so say you were playing on the B string here at the A, at that 10th fret, the B string there, you run out of strings to go up the way, but you can start thinking along the string. Yeah, so that's my minor 7 root note there, that's my 5th, 4th, and then minor 3rd root. So when you start combining these little 1 octave chunks, you begin to get a lot more fretboard coverage and phrases that will sound a little bit more kind of looser or not boxed in if you were playing in a shape here. So I could play something like this. Yeah, so I've got full fingerboard coverage there from there all the way up to there. But I'm thinking these 1 octave chunks. Yeah. Now, if I was starting with a 3rd finger on the root note, so say I had here, I can play that minor 3rd there on the 3rd fret of the A string rather than playing it on the 8th fret of the E string. So I've got like a root note, minor 3rd, and my 4th, Then I have to jump back here to get to the 5th. That's my minor 7, and then root note here. That's a slightly more awkward shape, but now you've got another way of playing the A pentatonic minor if you're thinking of the 3rd finger going back the way. So I can play that here. Yeah, so go up to the minor 3rd, and the 4th, then I've got the 5th, and the minor 7, and then because the B string's up a fret, I've got my root note here of A. And you got a minor 7 before the root note there as well. Now if I was to put my 3rd finger here, this will be really familiar because this is basically the top half of your classic box shape. You know, root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7 root. Yeah. So you've now got another way of kind of orientating yourself for this pentatonic minor shape where your 3rd finger's on the root note, even if it was here. Same thing there. Root note, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, minor 7, root. Okay. But the information you're thinking of is a little 1 octave chunk. It's just a little bit more awkward because you're kind of going across 4 strings here, I guess. So if you combine these little 1 octave shapes and start thinking about maybe even taking your classic box shape, but now start thinking about moving either side of that. So rather than thinking of these being these little isolated shapes, you'd play phrases and you'd move either side of your kind of comfort zone. And you can also start playing them up, as I said, these kind of 3 octave kind of shapes. So let's play some exercises to help with that. What I'll do is I'll put on like a drum loop and I'll just slowly play up and down a couple of little ideas to help kind of practice these. And one of the most important things about it is we'll do ascending and descending. You want to have the ability of movement with these where you're not always starting from a lower note and ascending up and getting away from playing kind of exercise type shapes. You want to be able to get orientated. So say I was here on the fingerboard, I can see these A's here, but I can play around. I don't have to kind of start thinking from the low note. I can start from the high note, you know, or start from the low note. And you can start from the middle and work your way up, down, whatever. So you have any kind of freedom of movement with it. So let's play a few exercises with a drum loop to help to work on that. So hopefully those exercises will help get you started thinking about moving with these little 1 octave chunks in the fingerboard. Best thing to do is really stick on a jam track and just try it out and be musical with it, play little phrases. You'll find that by doing this you're moving a lot more laterally in the fingerboard rather than just up and down in your kind of box shape. And there's loads of great stuff you can do in this box shape, but it does feel a little bit limited when you're in this area of the fingerboard, when you've got this whole range of the instrument here. Okay, so if you want access to the animated tab for this lesson, everything I've played, I've basically got an animated tab. Check out the Master Guitar Patreon group. You'll also get an extended exercise sheet there. It's got some more exercises you can try out. And you've got access to the little drum loop that I was using as well. If you want to put that on, you can have a little play along with it just to kind of try the exercises out. Okay, and of course you get access there to all other kind of lesson materials, the Master That Riff, Master That Solo, Master That Gear, Master That Lick series, all the kind of videos you'll see up on YouTube. There's additional materials for them on the Patreon group. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter if you're on those platforms as well, guys. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hopefully that's helpful. I'll see you soon.